Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman, and thank you so much for your patience.
No problem at all. And thank you, Adroit, to all the organizers for your work in putting together this important event. And, I'll say something I say often where I am in Rhode Island. Yes, I am proud of who I am, proud of this call, proud of assembling the diaspora for the vice president. But we also know that she's not just running to put forth the presence of the diaspora in the office, is to put forth the impact, the difference, the change, and the accomplishments for all of the American people that is going to bring us a tremendous amount of pride. And so I'm honored to be the son of two West African immigrants, my dad from Ghana, my mom from Liberia. And they met all the way across the Atlantic Ocean in Rhode Island, of all places. And now I get to serve as the 60th member of the Congressional Black Caucus. And I guarantee if you were to bet where the 60th member of the Congressional Black Caucus would come from, no one would say Rhode Island. And that's where we start. We start by overcoming expectations. When I ran for my office over a year ago, they did not think I could win. And in so many ways, there are people with seeds of doubt that are planted that we have to overcome. Take all this enthusiasm. It's great. It's positive. We have to bottle it up, and we have to make sure that we work as hard as possible to elect Vice President Harris and Governor Walz to the presidency and vice presidency. I had the special privilege of getting to work in two White Houses. Most recently worked in the Biden White House before I ran for Congress, serving as the Deputy Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, where I saw firsthand the Vice President and her capabilities, her capacity to affect so many important issues, seeing her stand up to the task of addressing gun violence around this country, seeing her respond to real investments in Black small businesses, in Black home ownership, work that is affecting people across the diaspora in our country. I've also was so honored to see her travel to the land of my father, travel to Ghana to see that reception for her, showing that her abilities are global, are transformational, they're are profound, and they are talents and abilities that are going to serve this country well when she is our next president. So I have the honor of being someone who gets to bring a lot of myself to this work, being a Ghanaian, being a Liberian. I shout out to all the Nigerians out there because you can claim me too sometimes. I am grateful for that. But what I am even more grateful for is our ability, when we put the work in this November, to elect Vice President Kamala Harris to the presidency. So here's the task. One is to show up. You did that tonight. That's the easy part. Part two is to talk to everybody in your life, battleground, non-battleground. Say, I heard my brother Trey talk about it earlier. We all need to be activated. Take nothing for granted. But yes, if you do have some friends in North Carolina, in Georgia, in Michigan, make sure that you reach out to all of them. Make sure that they are activated, ready to vote, that they've checked their voter registration, and that they not only show up by themselves, that they bring 5 people with them. I always say, take 5. Take 5 people with you. And the last part, we got your time, we got your talent, but we also need your treasure. Every single dollar matters. Now, you hear that a lot in politics, but this is when it's true. She has raised a historic amount of money, but just think about the forces that are working against her. Just think about the 45th president and what he is able to mobilize, trading his support for funds, for contributions. He said it in dark rooms. He said it in the background. He means it. When Maya Angelou said, believe people when they show you who they are the first time. So we need your time, your talent, your treasure. These are times where we have to go beyond hope. You know, the Former First Lady Michelle Obama said that recently. She said, hope has got to come back. We have to go beyond hope. We have to do, as she said, do something. Everyone has a role. Everyone has a seat at the table. Our stories in the diaspora that drive us to our connection, that bring us together. Those are stories of what I call hard work, grit, resilience, and determination to make our tomorrows better than today. Someone had that vision for us. Now we have to execute. So I hear you. I see you, my friends throughout the diaspora. Let's get to work. Let's keep going and let us elect this November Vice President Kamala Harris as our next president. Thank you so much for having me on, and I look forward to seeing all of you along the trail. Feel free to reach out if I can ever be helpful to any of you.